It's actually so awkward for me to start a video. Like, I take so many of these intros. It's just so awkward. I don't know how YouTubers do it, but I'm not a YouTuber, so anyway, welcome back to my channel. I have been mama. No, I'm not coming. I'm filming. Please go out. I take so many of these intros in my previous videos.
I don't know how to say hi, guys. I don't know. I'm just really awkward and it gives me so much anxiety. But
you know, I don't care, because today's video is gonna be a chill Q&A. So I'm also not sitting on my vanity. I was gonna sit there and film because the lighting is like bomb. So if the lighting is not that great right now, I'm sorry about that, but I just wanted this to be really chill. And I usually have a lot of anxiety when I'm like filming and like just putting myself out there. So I just wanted this to be really chill, where like we talk and just vibe. So anyway, I asked you guys to ask me questions on Instagram. I haven't had a look at them yet. I'm gonna be checking them out for the first time right now. So it's gonna be super spontaneous and I'm gonna answer your guys' questions. I know I've been MIA for a while. I'm going out of breath because I have so much anxiety. Oh, okay, sorry. I've been MIA for a while. I know that's because I'm super lazy and I need to feel amazing to be able to create content and like film and do anything. So I'm just super lazy in general. But yeah, we're in quarantine, so this intro is way too long. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I mean, I do these Q&A sessions frequently on my Instagram, but I haven't really sat down to do one for YouTube, but I'm just like chilling because all the other videos that I've done are always planned. Everything I'm gonna say, everything I'm gonna do is always planned, and I just wanted this one to be really chill. You feel me? Okay, so first things first, we're all in quarantine and I hope everyone's staying safe, everyone's staying home, and everyone's doing okay. This is a really strange time. I'm not gonna say hard. It is hard for many people, but it's really strange. We've never experienced this as a human race before, so something super new and super strange. But I hope we're all staying safe. I think we should, you know, just try to chill. Just chill. I'm not telling you like be productive, because it's really weird. This time is really weird for us and not all of us can utilize this time being productive. I'm not saying I'm productive all the time myself. I spend hours sleeping. I spend hours doing absolutely nothing. So just take care of yourself more than anything. Just chill. Try to stay positive. Don't keep checking the news because you're just gonna give yourself more anxiety and more stress. Just chill and we're gonna be fine. We're all gonna be fine. Okay, so I asked you guys to ask me questions on my Instagram. I have all the questions out here. Okay. Call Me Divu asks, which manifestation technique do you use? Do you change from one technique to another? The manifestation technique I use, I think, is most powerful is visualization. And many people who are actually really into this would also suggest visualization. That is so powerful because you're literally imagining what you want to manifest in your mind, and your mind is the most powerful thing ever, and whatever you think is gonna be what happens to you in your life. So your thoughts shape your reality, so what you think matters the most. I think visualization is the most powerful, but I also do scripting, I do journaling. Visualization, I think that is the most powerful manifestation technique ever. Amisha Girdhar asks, where do you see yourself in the next 2 years? In the next 2 years, I will be in my 3rd year of law. So I see myself studying, being a student. And I also see myself starting my own brand, which people who follow me on Instagram know that I'm launching my own brand soon. I'm not going to give you guys any more details, but yes, I'm launching my own brand soon. So I see myself being a businesswoman, and I also, of course, want to start many other businesses. Like, yeah, I see myself being really happy, being really successful, and just living life, you know, in the best way possible. Aki Rocks asks, are you dating? No, I'm not dating. For some of you, you know, from my Instagram, you guys know that I just got, not just, like, it's been 6 months, I got out of a 2.5-year relationship, and yeah, so currently I'm not dating and I'm not gonna be dating for a while because I just don't think I'm emotionally or mentally ready to give myself to anyone, because me, like in all kinds of relationships, if I actually get really attached to the person, I give my 100% into anything. It could be a job, a career, a project, anything. If I'm interested in it, I give my full 100%. So I'm not ready to do that again. I just need space and time for a while. So I'm not going to be dating anyone for a long time. Sunny Vish asks, how do you film and edit your YouTube videos? Okay, as I said, I haven't been doing YouTube for a while. I'm just trying to start. Like today I wasn't lazy, so I was like, you know what, let me just film something. So I want to start, of course. How do you film? I film right now. I'm filming on my iPhone XR. I do have a camera, but something happened to it. Like the lens got stuck before quarantine, so I could not get it repaired. So I'm filming on my iPhone XR right now, and I think this works. Like the quality is pretty good. Yeah. How do you edit? I use iMovie to edit. I don't do any great editing because I'm not really a YouTuber yet. So I just like edit on iMovie. I do like basic editing, but I do want to get into it. I really want to get more into YouTube, but I'm lazy again. So, you know, I try not to pressurize myself trying to be a YouTuber, because I don't know if that is for me, but I'm trying, because like, of course I can try. So I'm trying, I'm giving it a try again. So let's see how it goes. Kira.110 asks, which school did you complete IC and ICSE in? So I did my ICSE in Avabai Pettit Girls High School, and I did my ISE in Leelavati by Podar. Ashish231 asks, why do you believe in horoscopes? It's pseudoscience. Science has falsified its predictions every time. Okay, how do I answer this? Look, a year ago, I myself did not believe in horoscopes or anything. I didn't really give a shit. I didn't even try to find out what it was, what astrology was. I was living life in a very, very, you know, I was just going with the flow. You know, whatever would happen, it would just go. I wouldn't really participate in anything. I wasn't trying to look at life in a happier way or look at it like I have to get something out of it. I was just living. I was like, yeah, fine, I've got to go to school, I've got to go to college, I've got to get a job, and I've got to die one day eventually. That was literally my mindset. And I think that is the mindset of most people out here. But since I got into spirituality, my entire life changed. And I am not that into horoscopes, but the reason I believe in it is because it is so true for me. It is so relatable. Everything about my horoscope is literally how I am. And the people in my life, the people I've met, they are literally their horoscope. So I don't have any reason not to believe in it. And let it be pseudoscience. I'm not trying to, you know, be logical or rational about how I want to live my life. I do whatever feels right to me, whatever feels good to me. That is exactly what I do. I'm doing what makes me happy. I'm doing what makes me feel good. And I think that is how we all need to live. It's the same way. People who believe in God, has anyone seen God? We don't know if God really exists. But it's just about having something to believe in and something you can look to at a time of crisis or uncertainty, or when it is not feeling good. It's always nice to have something to look to. And I know I keep switching my eyes because I can see myself and I'm trying to look at the camera as well. So I apologize for that. I know it is annoying, but I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. I'm relatively new to this, so just excuse me this one time. Rim.Rena asks, when is your makeup line dropping? It's dropping soon. It was gonna drop, like I was gonna launch pretty soon, but you know, coronavirus, so I couldn't like get through with the entire deal. So I'm just waiting for this to get over. It's gonna definitely this year. Definitely. I'm so excited, and I'm so happy that you guys were so excited for me, and it's just amazing the kind of, you know, positivity you guys show. Like, I love you so much. I literally love you so much. Luxury Indians asks, what is your fave thing to do every day? My favorite thing to do every day right now in quarantine is definitely gonna be meditating. I do not skip meditation even a day. And yoga. Like, I love meditating and yoga. It helps me so much. It helps me stay calm and sane throughout this entire craziness that's going on in the world. And I just feel amazing. And when I meditate, I usually do manifestation meditation. So just thinking about the life I want to have just makes me feel so good. And it just, you know, I get this really great feeling. whenever I think about it. So meditation is really important to me, and it really has changed my life, and it makes me feel amazing. So that is one thing I love doing every day. Kafi Private Hair Boss asks how to be motivated all the time. Okay, this is a really deep question, and I've kind of touched on it in my Instagram stories. It is not possible to be motivated all the time. At least I don't think, from personal experience and from people I have met, I don't think it's possible to be motivated all the time, like 24/7, 365 days a year. It is not possible to feel motivated and inspired. But I don't know, if you feel like that, that is amazing. Like, teach me. But I do not feel motivated and inspired every day. It is impossible. I actually have to consciously put the effort to feel good and to feel motivated to do things. And when I don't feel motivated to do things, I don't pressurize myself. That is something I used to do. If I wasn't like working on anything, or if I wasn't creating content, or putting myself out there, I would always feel really low. And I used to beat myself up about it. And even when I wasn't feeling like doing things, I would still push myself to do it. And I would not get my best out of it. So what I've started doing is not pushing myself. If I'm not feeling good, I don't force myself to feel good. Of course, I do try to feel better. But if I still don't feel good, I don't push myself to do it. And I think with social media and just the world today, we're all so pressurized into having a schedule and working all the time and doing things all the time. We honestly, all of us, really need some time to just do nothing. Like, keep your phone away, like keep everything away, and just be with yourself. Just chill, just be with your thoughts. I think we really need more of that, because we're always pressurizing ourselves. I pressurize myself a lot too, and I think all of us do. But we just need some time to just chill and just really like take in what's happening around us and take in the kind of person we are, because we are just always on a hustle. And I think that hustle life is like a trend. Like, it's cool to hustle all the time, but no, we need a break. We're humans after all. We cannot be hustling, because you're gonna tire yourself and you're gonna burn out. So I think we just need to chill. You cannot feel motivated every day. You can, of course, do things to feel, to make you feel, you can, of course, do things to make you feel motivated, but I don't think it's possible to, feel amazing all the time and keep studying or like working or creating content or, doing anything. You need a break, and don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay not to feel motivated. It's okay to do nothing. Okay, as long as you are happy and as long as you're trying to get better as a person, I think that's all that matters. That was a really long answer, but yeah, I hope you got my point. Just chill out. Vinaya Gaglani asks, how are you so chilled out in life? You're the coolest person I've ever seen. Thank you. One thing I want to just put out there, what you see on social media is not real, okay? Like, we all of us, influencers, regular people, all of us, we all put out the best side of ourselves. Social media is not real. Like, what you see is not what it really is. Okay, I am cool, like I seem to be cool, but as a person, I deal with a lot of conflicts in my own mind. I'm a very complicated person. I have very complicated emotions, and I feel very deeply, and I'm just complicated. I don't want to overshare, because this is like extremely personal to me. But what I'm trying to say is, what you see on social media is not necessarily true. We all just put our best side out there. You always have to remember that with celebrities, influencers, people's lives may look perfect, but nobody is perfect. Trust me, nobody is perfect. No matter how amazing they look, no matter how amazing they seem, nobody is perfect. We all have things we deal with. So don't ever look at someone else's social media and think like, oh my god, they're so perfect, I want to be like them. You don't know what people, what really goes on in people's lives. So yeah, I do seem to be cool, as I said, but I deal with a lot of insecurities. I deal with a lot of complicated emotions, and things do go on in my life, and whatever I show on social media is the side I want to show to you. And in a way, it's also what I want certain versions of me to see and get inspired from it. That's, you know, how I want to be, but it's not always like that. Yeah, of course, I do feel amazing a lot of times, but a lot of times I also don't feel all that amazing, you know, and that's okay. Like, I'm human, we're all humans. So this is getting really deep, like, yeah. Vandita Malhotra asks, what inspired you to start gymming? Okay, to be very honest, my ex-boyfriend inspired me to start gymming. Like, I'm not trying to talk bad on him or anything, but I was honestly in a really toxic relationship, and I'm not gonna overshare, but yeah, I was in a toxic relationship. Like, he's a great guy, I love him today as well, but it was a really toxic relationship, and I gained a lot of weight because it was like, you know, I don't have to impress anybody else. I just have to, you know, he's always gonna be there in my life. That is just so stupid. But I stopped caring about my body. I stopped caring about how I looked, about my health, because I knew that, you know, no matter what, he's gonna like be there for me, right? And we would just eat a lot. Like, we would go out and eat, and, you know, we would get late and we would eat a lot. So I gained a lot of weight, and I started, like, when I would look at myself in the mirror, I was not happy with what I saw. And for a long time, it was like I would like feel ugly, but I would eat to make myself feel better. So I was just on this constant cycle where I was just eating. Basically, I was just in a really unhealthy relationship with food, and I would just eat to feel better. So anyway, when our relationship was coming to an end, I was like, you know what? I need to like do something with this. I can't be in this cycle, because this cycle went on for 2 whole years. And I was like, I can't do this to myself anymore. I was feeling really, not just physically unattractive, but mentally too. I was just not in the best place in my life, and my health was just not good. So I just started working out. I was like, I have to do this, and I'm doing this for myself. But yeah, I did start because of my relationship, but now I'm just doing it for myself because I have nobody to impress. I'm just doing it to feel more confident and feel better about myself, and working out just makes me feel really, really great. I love working out. So yeah, that's what inspired me to start gymming. I don't know 98268 asks, who was the inspiration behind your makeup brand? Okay, you know, honestly, I've never really wanted to start my own brand. Like, the thought has crossed my mind a couple of times, like, you know, what if I did? But I would always be like, no, you know what, you can't do it. Like, starting your own business is so much of work, and are you really capable of doing something like that? Like, just stick to things that are in your comfort zone. And I would always doubt myself. Like, I just thought, you know, I'll be a lawyer and I'll like work and all. But, you know, honestly, this past year has been a year of learning a lot of lessons, and very eye-opening for me, where I have really learned what kind of person I am, and I know, like, you know, how I want my life to be. And I am not the kind of person who can work under anybody. Like, I don't like listening to other people. I don't like taking orders from other people. I like to do exactly what I want, and like, people who know me know that I'm like that. Like, I don't like to listen to other people, and at the end of the day, I always do what feels right to me. So working under somebody else does not seem, you know, like something I see myself doing. Okay, anyway, so that is what it is. Like, I've never really thought of starting my own brand, but one day, like, it just came to me. I was just scrolling through YouTube, watching like random videos, and I was like, you know what, let me start my own brand. And it just came to me, and I felt so enlightened at that time. I was like, I don't know how to explain it. I felt really, really ecstatic. You could say it that way. I felt really ecstatic, and I felt like I was on another level. It felt like I was having another spiritual awakening, and it just came to me, and I just started working on it. I started looking for vendors. I started talking to people. I started making calls. I started telling my family about it. And I just started. And I did not even think twice, because, you know, the kind of person I am, I always overthink things. And of course, yeah, I have overthought a lot of things relating to my brand, but I haven't, I've actually worked on it this time. I haven't been lazy about it, and it is something that just felt so right to me. And when things feel right to me, I give my 100% into it, and I have given my 100% into this brand. I think the reason I have actually thought of launching my brand is because of my manifestation. Now, for me, what I'm trying to manifest is a really amazing life. I want the best life ever, and I know I'm gonna get it. So because I got into spirituality and manifestation, everything that has been happening in my life from then, things that have gone wrong, things that have gone right, things that have come to me, is all in line with what I'm trying to manifest, what my final goal is. And so starting my own brand is also a part of it. It's really fucking hot. So yeah, I think starting my own brand was just a journey to my final goal, and I'm so excited, and I just feel so amazing, and it just feels so right to me whenever I think about my brand and whenever I think about the lifestyle I want to live, and it just felt so right. So I just started working on it. I don't know what my inspiration was, because I've never really tried to start my own brand, but it just came to me, and my inspiration was how right it felt. Like, it felt so right. Like, it's just the thing I am meant to do, and I'm doing it. So yeah. I'm so fucking weird. Like, Prerna.pjb asks, how did you approach brands and how to make money on Instagram? Also, loads of love to you too, Prerna. I think the most important thing is to be yourself. Like, this is so like mainstream, be yourself, be original, but you have to be yourself, because if you're gonna try to be like someone else, there are so many other people who are also trying to be like them. So being yourself and being original and unique is what is going to make you stand out. So always be yourself. If you're trying to be an influencer, you cannot wait for brands to approach you. No matter how many followers you have, no matter who you think you are going to have to put in the effort, and you are going to have to send emails, you're going to have to comment on their posts, you're going to have to show that you're genuinely interested in their products. And that is how you're going to grow your page, make more money. Of course, we all want to make money. That is the main reason we do anything in life. So you can, of course, make money, but you need to understand that you're going to have to work for it as well. And I think being an influencer is not an easy job. Like, people make so much fun of influencers, like yeah, she just has to like put on makeup and take a selfie and just film a video. But our job, an influencer's job, is 24/7. Like, any other job is like 9 to 5 and then you're home to do your own thing. But our job, we have to be on our toes 24/7 wherever we go, whatever we do. Okay, I'm not going to say we, because I am not really I don't know, I wouldn't call myself an influencer, because I don't really put that much effort into creating content. Like, I really want to, but I don't, so I'm not going to say we. But influencers in general are always working so hard. They always have to be on their toes. They always have to create content. So being an influencer is not easy. It's not, you have to be really consistent if you want your account to grow. You need to post. In the beginning, you're gonna have to post every day, maybe even twice a day, and your content needs to be different. And you really need to put in the effort. You need to be posting on stories. You need to be posting on your Snapchat. You also having a YouTube channel is really beneficial as well. But there's a lot of effort. So you need to be ready for that. And of course, if you put in the effort, you are going to make the money. So always remember that. Be true to yourself. Be original. Give in your best, and you will make money from it. Now, make money on IG. I think people think that Instagram pays influencers. Unless you're a really big influencer, Instagram does not pay you. You need to have like 1 million followers. I think you need to be a verified account as well. But you need to be a really big account to make money off of Instagram. But the way I make money and the way many other influencers make money is through brand collaborations. So you need to work with different brands. Some brands might approach you, and most of the times you're gonna have to approach them. So you need to draft a really convincing and really good email that's gonna make them want to work with you. Okay, I'm gonna answer like 2-3 questions more. I don't want the video to be too long. We will do this more often for sure, but I'm just gonna answer like a few more questions because I have given like really detailed answers. So I just don't want this to be like long and boring. So Jasrieka asks, I hope I pronounced your name right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. Make a video on law of attraction and manifestation, please. I have got like a billion requests. Exaggeration, but I've got like so many requests for this, and I'm gonna do it really soon. As I said, I was planning on doing it, but I need to be in a really good frame of mind to be able to do these kind of things, because these things are really, really deep topics, and I need to be in the right mindset. I cannot, be in like a weird place in my mind and then come and talk to you. Like, I just can't do that. It's not gonna happen. So today I was feeling pretty motivated, so I've been able to talk to you guys about all these things, but I am gonna do this, I promise, very soon. I do have a spirituality highlight on my Instagram where I have spoken about a lot of spirituality related things, so you can definitely go check that out. XX Troublesome asks, one person after your parents and grandparents who really supported you. My best friend. She always supports me. She's the best. Like, she's literally a blessing. Like, I love her more than anything on this planet. Isra, I love you. I know you're watching this, and I love you. She's gonna be like so happy. She's probably gonna cry after seeing this. She's my baby. I love her. Anushka Kapoor asks, is it okay if a 16-year-old wants to visit a therapist? What do you think? Babe, there is no correct age to want to visit a therapist. If you think you need a therapist, if you think you need professional advice, go get it. Okay, you can be 40, 60, you can be 12, you can be 25, you can be of any age, but if you need a therapist, go see a therapist. I feel there's so much of a stigma around, wanting help in general. Like, if people go see a therapist, like, society looks at you like, bro, like, is she okay? Like, is she mentally stable? And bro, it's okay to not be mentally stable, okay? And you are not mentally stable all the time. Neither am I, neither is anybody. I just see so much of negativity online about people's bodies, about their faces, about what they are doing. Like, people don't know how to mind their own business. Like, if you're one of those people who feels the need to always like comment under people's posts and DM them shit and put them down, I just feel really sorry for you, because you are insecure about something in your life yourself, and that is the reason you feel the need to project your insecurities onto people you see online. Just stop. Like, if you're that person, just stop, because you are not going anywhere in life with that, and you don't have any right to make people feel bad about themselves. So honestly, just stop. Okay, I went on a tangent here, but if you need to see a therapist, babe, go see a therapist. It is totally okay to see a therapist. I also really needed a therapist once, but I didn't end up going for some reasons. But it is totally okay to seek help from a therapist, from friends, from anybody. You do not need to feel bad about it. And if you still don't feel comfortable telling people about it, don't tell people about it. It's your personal life, and you do what makes you feel happy, and you do what makes you feel right. I always say that it is about you, it is your life, and you only have yourself at the end of the day. So if you are not feeling okay, you do not need to justify it to anyone. Okay, you do what you need to do to feel better. Okay, period. Like, fuck anyone else. I'm sorry for saying that, but just fuck what anybody else thinks, because honestly, you just have yourself at the end of the day. Okay, you always have to remember that. Okay, I think I answered quite a lot of questions. We're gonna end this here. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I think this was really fun trying to put my real self out there, because I just feel like all my previous YouTube videos, they were like months ago, but I was not in the best place in my life, and I was just trying to put up this facade of somebody I'm not, and I am not perfect. I get breathless when I talk. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I talk, I get breathless, I get anxious, and that is just how I am. And I'm just gonna stop trying to be perfect. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of everyone trying to be perfect. Like, I'm not perfect, so why try to be perfect? Like, that's totally fine. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop talking. This is going on way too long. I love you guys so much, so much. Follow my Instagram. It's at Sonakshi with 2eyes.m. I'm gonna have it all. I'll like put it in the screen, and it's gonna be in my description. My Instagram, follow my Snapchat, follow my TikTok. I'm also like really obsessed with TikTok. I think we all are. But follow my TikTok. I post there pretty often. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and thanks for your support. Like, I say this often on my Instagram, but you guys really mean the world to me, and I would not be where I am today if it wasn't for your support. Like, I don't have a huge following, but the few followers that I have, you guys are literally amazing, and like, I hope you get all the happiness and love in the world. Okay, now enough. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Have an amazing day, and comment what you would like to see next. Okay, I love you.